channel about me talking about whatever the that I want. So today, as you saw in the title, well, this is my makeup. This is the mask from The Purge. It's like, you know what? I know this is not as spooky as I wanted it to. So as you saw in the title, today we're going to be reviewing this R/ from Reddit. So the R we're going to be reading is spooky_stories. So the first one was posted by the user Danny Paranormal 3 days ago from where I'm recording this. So it's very recent, so let's read. Dale. I have been with my boyfriend for 6 months. When I moved into my new house, he came to live with me. Our relationship is really great and we never fight. Sometimes we bicker a little, like all couples do, but we always end up laughing about it in the end. One day we were taking a walk in our neighborhood, laughing and talking about all the things we were going to do with the house. Up the road, we saw a man walking on the opposite side of the street coming our direction. As he got closer, I could see more details about him. He was heavier set, about 5'10", brown curly hair and tan skin. He was wearing a dirty-looking beige bowling-style shirt and jeans, and had a large backpack. I thought we were just going to pass by each other, give a friendly nod or smile, and continue our walk. As we got closer, though, he walked across the street and approached us. "Hi, I'm Dale," he said. "I live in the neighborhood. Do you guys live around here?" We introduced ourselves and nervously admitted we lived close by, but didn't want to admit we lived in a neighborhood. After all, he was a stranger, and strangers danger, right? He made some small talk for a while, and always seemed to be looking at me, not both of us. Not even when my boyfriend was doing the talking. I think my boyfriend caught on and realized it was a bit uncomfortable, and said we have to be on our way. Dale continued in his direction, and we continued in ours. We finished our walk the whole time, though. We finished our walk. The whole time, though, I was nervously looking around to make sure we weren't being watched or followed, especially before returning to our home. Fast forward a couple weeks, and my mom, who lives with us due to health issues, is helping me plan our family barbecue. We were having it that weekend, which was only 2 days away. We went to the store to get some things for the party, and on the way home, I saw Dale walking on the sidewalk near our neighborhood. He was wearing the exact same things as before. Later that night, my boyfriend and I got into an argument. I don't remember what about, but it was serious enough that ended in with him saying something awful. Maybe we should take some time apart. I'm going to go stay at my dad's for a few days. I tried to get him to stay to work things out with me, but he ended up leaving to his dad's nearby. I talked to my mom about it, and she told me it would all work out and let him cool off. Of course, she said things like, "Distance make the heart grow fonder," and all that stuff your mom usually says when you have relationship issues. That weekend at the barbecue, I had to explain all to my parents and family. All to my family and friends where my boyfriend was several times. It was like a knife to the heart every time someone asked. I had hoped he'd be back by now. Maybe even just come to the barbecue to save my butt from humiliation. At the barbecue, I mostly tried to distract myself by catching up with others. My mom was in the house, or so I thought, with some other guests while the rest of us were outdoors on the porch. At some point, she comes to the background and says she met someone on the neighborhood and invited him to our house, to our barbecue. This seems so much like my mom. She's overly nice. But then I saw the neighbor come out onto the porch, and it was Dale. He was once again wearing the same thing he was the first time I met him, and the time that I saw him walking along the road. I was immediately uncomfortable by his presence at the party. As the party went on, he never wanted to leave my side. My friends seemed uncomfortable by him as well, as slowly trickled out of the party and went back home. As it got later, my family made their way home as well, except my mom, of course, because she lived there. Dale seemed to have made himself quite at home, which was creepy to me. His backpack was removed, some of his things were strewn about my home, as thought he has decided to stay there. I noticed a very large bottle of pills on my counter that weren't mine, a couple books on my coffee table, and other items in other places. At this point, I tried to hint that he should leave. Well, the barbecue is over, so I said. Yeah, it was a good party here. I was silent for a moment, still looking around at all his stuff around my home. I decided to make an excuse to hurry him along. You know, I'm really not feeling well. I don't think the food agreed with me. I think I'd just like to go to bed. So maybe you should head out. I picked up his backpack and handed it to him. Oh, okay, sure. I can come back later, he said. He started to go without taking his other things. I stopped him and told him he needed to take his things. I picked up his items and started handing them to him. I walked into the kitchen, grabbed a bottle of pills and handed it to him as well. He opened it and took a handful. I'll only need a few until I come back, he said. No, I don't want to be responsible for you missing a pill or for losing your prescription. Just take it. I said, noticing he never put the other items in his bag. I then realized he was trying to leave things here in order to have an excuse to come back. I called to my mom, who has dealt with people like him before. She's worked with troubled individuals almost her entire life. My mom came out and spoke to him as I handled him all his things as she goaded him to leave. I could only think of my boyfriend and how I wish he was there. I wish him and thought that if he'd just been there, none of this would have happened. And then I woke up. Out of one of my horrible vivid dreams. I was shaken by it, confused from being tired and wanted to find my boyfriend. He was in our living room with our dog and he smiled at me when I walked in. I sighed in relief and hugged him. And I'd never been so happy to have him there with me. I have insomnia for multiple reasons, but I think one is because I absolutely hate dreaming. I always have stressful dreams that are so vivid and feel so real. Sorry to disappoint if you read all of the way through only to find out it was a dream. If you'd like to see this kind of stories, I have plenty more. Some are scary, vivid dreams. Some are true stories. You can follow my Ready for More. Thanks for reading. Okay, so I did not expect it to be a vivid dream for real. Oh, by the way, if you see my eyelash that's starting to come off, it's because I saw a TikTok that made me cry. So that's why they're a little funky here on the inside, but ignore that. But imagine if you were in her place, in their place, and that really happened to you. That it would be weird as to be honest. Okay, next. This one is from the user WickedNick0425. So this one's called The Basement. At the time this event happened, I was 12 years old. I am now 13 and ready to speak out about it. I invited my friends Weston over for a sleepover. It was a rainy night and all was going really well. A year or two before this sleepover occurred, I created a gaming room in the basement. I was really proud of it. So I asked him if he wanted to go down to the basement and play some sport games. So we did. We started playing, laughing, and just having an all-around good time. The clock now struck about 2 a.m. and we were still very awake. Randomly, the TV just turned off for no reason at all. I asked him if he thought if it may have blown a fuse. The TV still had power to it, so that was not the answer. We turned it back on and continued playing. There were 20 steps from the first floor to the basement, so if something very quick happened at the top, it would be very hard to hear. We heard a knock at the top of the stairs. I thought it might have been my mom or dad telling us to be quick. Oh, it's quiet. Oh. So I climbed the stairs to go see who was there. I got to the door and it was locked. I told him that the door was locked and we both started to freak out. I had my phone on me, so I called my dad with the phone. He picked up and explained everything to him over the phone. He came down and he opened the door explaining that it was not locked. We both got the heck out of there and went to bed. Nothing weird happened again last night. That's very weird. It's similar to what happened here in my house that I told the story before on my channel. But I get why he's so scared, even though if the door wasn't locked, but it was locked for him. So it was locked. If it's his house, he knows. He knows if things are locked or not. Okay, so this is the last one I'm gonna read. I hope this is past 10 minutes. But it's from the user Sakura_off_hell, and it's called Spooky Figures. Strange enough, I don't remember things easily or have member of my childhood before 6 years old. Only strange things that happened or when I first opened my eyes. Somehow remember my first time opening my eyes. Nothing special though, just black void. Then light spams from the middle. I was the alone one awake, or my mother was sleeping or at work and I was watching cartoons. I have very short attention span and decided to look out the window far from the TV. On my left was a hallway to my bedroom, mom's bedroom, and bathroom. On my right are a wall and window. I look at the left and see a man and women looking out from my mom and mine's bedroom. They were like black voids, moving and breathing. I started in the living room and probably fell asleep there. Did I scream? No. Why? Don't know. I didn't say hello because I was a late speaker. Years later, found out the complex was built on top of a Native American graveyard. But I don't they were Native Americans. They dressed too modern. Maybe something happened before my mom moved in there. And there are no photos. You think my younger self would know how to work a phone? This also scared me, kind of. I mean, they saw ghosts on their house. Probably they were Native Americans, but maybe the ghosts were around for some times and they saw how people were dressing now, so maybe they thought, okay, we need to dress like that. Or I mean, who knows? I'm not a ghost. I haven't been a ghost, so I don't know if they can like change clothes. I have no idea, but well. So that was the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. All my social medias are going to be linked down below. So if you text me, I'll text you back because I'm that kind of bitch. And stay tuned for more videos every Saturday. Peace.